There we go. Stand a bit further back so you can see me. So hopefully you can see my toes, my legs. When I swing my hands, you'll see the top of my hands. So that's all you need when you're practicing Qigong, just a bit of room, so you're not going to disturb any furniture. I'm going to check my, I've got some slippers on, just push them aside. You can practice in your bare feet, you can practice in your stockings or socks. If you're outside in nature and you've gone for a walk and you fancy doing a bit of Qigong, it's perfectly okay to do Qigong in hiking boots, for example. So we're going to start off doing a bit of movement. There's some slow forms as in Tai Chi, but there's also some just to get some energy flowing again. So imagine you've been sat down for the last hour or so. So we're just going to start off doing some nice gentle arm swings. So with this, at the front, you're tapping this area here, and at the back is the lower spine that you're tapping. So again, I'll show you from the side. It's just nice, gentle tap and turning the twisting your hips, just twisting the body, nice and relaxed, not forcing anything, nice and relaxed. Close our eyes if we want to at this point. And the breathing at this one, just let your breathing come naturally at the moment. But try and breathe deeply when you do breathe in. Try to breathe from this area. So we'll do a couple more to each side. And just bring the hands to our side. Now we're just going to swing front. We're just going to swing down. So it's just up and down with your hands, nice. Just getting that chi moving. So Qigong is made of the two words Qi and Gong. Qi is this life energy source that's flowing through everything, and including me and you. And the Gong part of the word means practice or cultivation. So basically it's working with Qi to promote good health and well-being. I said if you have a good Qi, you have good health. Do a couple more. Maybe slow it down a little bit. So breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. In through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Do a couple more. Again, last one. And the last really quick movement we're going to do is this is put your hands on your hips, and we're going to do calf kicks. We're just going to gently go from side to side, shifting your balance, and just gently kick your calf. Pat it more than kick, probably a better description. And this just stimulates kind of blood flow down your legs. Again, let the breathing just come naturally. All the time, let your attention stay with the movements and the breathing. Imagining the extra energy flowing down your legs. And if you do get distracted by some other thought, just bring your attention back. We'll do 2 more to each side. And then legs about shoulder width apart at the side. Arms pointing downwards. And now we're going to go into, we're just going to do some deep breathing. So this one, I'm just going to bring, this will get you a hang of the breathing techniques. We bring our hands up as it hits the lower dantian. Sorry, the energy, got 3 energy centers in Qigong and Tai Chi. One at the head, one at the heart, and the lower one is underneath your navel belly button, and that's the lower dantian. That's where you were breathing from here, right down here. So we're going to breathe in, gathering chi upwards, and then breathe out. Breathe in and out. This we're matching our rate of breathing with the movement of our hands. So turn the hands, push down, then breathe out. And again. And again. Just notice every single little movement you're making with your hands, your fingers. Perhaps as you're going down, you're slightly bending your knees. And as you come up, you slightly straighten your legs. Just see if you can notice every little movement your body is making. And just relax into the moment. Nowhere else where you should be right now, but here, now. Practicing and enjoying Qigong. We'll do 3 more breaths. Breathe in. And out. And in. again. Last one. Breathe out. Let the hands come to the side. Now we're going to go into, you can reset your legs if you want to, but give them a bit of a shake. And your body if you need to. And when you're ready, just relaxing a bit more. I'm going to go into a standing form, which is called emptiness stance or standing post. I think it's the other name. So with this, go working upwards, up the body. You have your feet about shoulder width apart. Nice and firmly, feet flat on the ground, so they're not at an angle in the outer, on your toes, or on your heel. If you want to get dead center, you can just rock back and forth on your toes and your heel and just slowly slow down. And then you should find you're in a nice stable position. Have your knees just slightly bent. We can tuck our tailbones in a little bit. If you notice, hands are slightly away from the body. Fingers pointing downwards at the moment. And here's where we can practice the breathing again. We can lift one hand onto that lower dantian. Breathe in through the nostrils, so your chest should move away from the spine, and so should the stomach. And then when you breathe out, chest goes towards the spine along with the stomach. So breathe in. Put a hand back to behind our sides again. Relax the shoulders as much as you can. And let's create that inner smile. We're saying Qigong, create an inner smile so you can relax and enjoy the session. All the time, breathing in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. So that's emptiness stance, and that we'll slip into that stance in between most of the forms I'm going to show you this evening, or this afternoon, or wherever you are. This next one, just looking at my notes, this one's called Puppet on a String. I'm just going to imagine that we're kind of not in control of our arms. And in front, we imagine they're getting pulled up by a piece of string right above our heads. And again, down to the side. Again, this is one if you've got problem with your shoulder, but you only need to go at this height and then come down. Whatever is comfortable for you. So breathe in, breathe in. And again. Again, that matching the breathing rate. So breathe nice and slowly, breathing slowly, breathing slowly, breathing slowly, inwards, and then out. Let it out slowly. And again. So we'll do 3 more. I can't remember. I think this is the last one. Down we go at the front. And this time I'm going to go back the other way. This is called gathering of chi. Nice breath inwards. And breathe out as our hands come down in front of the body. And that's another one we'll do in between forms. Back into emptiness stance briefly. Then we can relax. Again, if you feel an urge to move some energy, you can have a little shake, have a little drink as well. It's perfectly okay to have the odd little break in between forms and just have a drink, or have a shake, settle yourself down again. Especially as you're building up your practice and your number of forms that you can do. So this next one is called Ball in the Sky. So we're going to bring our hands as just above. Again, if you've got a problem, just hold your hand here. If you need to go higher, it's up to you. Just imagine you're holding the ball in your hand. So you breathe in and then keep your legs about, shoulder width apart. And then as you breathe out, you're going to tip. The side you're bending to is just going to lift the heel up. I don't know if you can see that. Then you breathe in as the hands go up. And then breathe out. Breathe in. And then out as it comes to the sun. Do 3 more to these. Quite a strong. Again, 1 more to each side. At the top, let the hands come down. And we'll do another gathering of chi. like an emptiness stance. So ball in the sky, when you do the sideward bends, it's working with the meridians that help release anger. So we can, it's a good way to release anger rather than taking out on someone or some situation. And so also that corresponds in Qigong with the liver. Most forms match an organ in the body, a season, and an emotion as well. So that's ball in the sky. This next one is called centering. This is we're going to pass our hand down that where all the dantians are. It just centers that energy. So what we do first of all, cup our hands, palm facing upwards at the lower dantian. And this one, we're not breathing. We're just going to breathe nice and steady. So we're slowly breathing in and out. As we again, we move our hand above our heads. And then we're just going to draw a line down the center of the body and back and join the other one. And then we're just going to do that to the other side. And again, if you have arm problems or shoulder problems, if you can maybe only go to your head, like now, I'll show you now, you can just make it smaller. And you still get the benefits as long as you have the intention. Set the intention to practice Qigong. Setting that attention to have more balance in our lives. Physical and emotional balance. Then you can be quite conservative with the movements, and be really conservative. But you'll still feel the benefits. You could also do this sat down if you need to sit. We'll do 3 more to each side. One more each to each side. This time, we'll do another gathering of Qi. and back into emptiness stance. Right, we can take a little, reset the lights down, have a little drink. And get back into emptiness stance when you're ready. Or if you need to take a bit of a break, that's fine too. If you ever want to sit the form out, just want to watch for a while, just not a problem with that at all. This one's called opening the gate. So you breathe in and bring your hands up to this kind of position, like a surrender position. And as you breathe out, you're going to cross, hands in front of you, then bend right low. Breathe in. Come up again to the surrender position, and then breathe out. And again. This is just a reminder that sometimes we feel quite open. Sometimes we may feel quite closed off from people. But we can always notice both of these states as they come and go. And again, we're just keeping our attention on every little movement your body's making. Breathing out. So we'll do 3 more. Last one. And this time we stand up, bring your hands to our side, and again we'll do a nice gathering of chi. Back in emptiness stance. Have a shake again if you need to. Just have another drink. It's quite muggy here in the UK at the minute. So we'll do a few. These next few forms are all wood related, wood element, and to do with springtime, and also anger and the liver. So this is called harmonizing the chi. This is a great one for just calming everything down in the system, releasing any energy, and just calming things down. So what we do here, we go in a slightly wider stance than emptiness stance. And what we do is just let the arms again, as if they're not in our control, they're going to float up in front of us. And then we're going to bend our knees bit like doing squats. So breathe in. Just imagine your arms are just floating upwards. Breathe in and out. Just get lost in the form. We'll do 3 more. When this one ends, we're going to go into gathering of Qi again. And this time again, slight variation. We're going to go into emptiness stance. And this time, we're just going to allow our palms face downwards. See if we can imagine that earth energy flowing into our hands. So we're just as much connected to the floor as our feet are. Imagine they're both connected. So we're feeling very grounded, very settled, very peaceful. 3 more breaths. Let the hands point downwards. We can reset if we need to. And this next one is again a very simple but powerful one. We're just going to imagine we're drawing the outline of a tree with our hands. Nice and simple. Connecting with the wood element. So we breathe in as our hands rise upwards, and then out as they come back underneath the lower dantian. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. So it's our legs who are our roots. So this is good for that strengthening the flow of chi in the legs. And making us feel more settled in wherever we are. So well rooted like a tree. Not constricted as if it was in a pot of some sort. It's grounded in the earth. We'll do 3 more. Again, just let the hands fall to the sides. Another nice dolphin of chi. Back in emptiness stance. We can reset as well. Have another drink. Go back into emptiness stance. So this one's called the spiraling hands mudra. Your hands are supposed to represent the tree again. Roots at the lower, fingers at the branches. To encourage growth in both those areas. But we're also going to do a bit of movement. And we swap the hands over. So we'll start that. Let me start that again. So first off, we start off from emptiness stance. We slowly bring our hands to our heart area. And it doesn't matter which hand, choose one hand to go at the top and one to the bottom. And then your palm should face the same way. Bring our legs a little bit further apart, and then we're going to do a bit bending movement. So we're going to push the hands away from each other. Bring them back together again. Swap over. Again, push your hands away from each other, pointing upwards and downwards. So breathing in as you raise your hands together, and you breathe out as your hands pull apart. Again, just keep your attention on the movement of the hands and the breathing. Just imagine your roots as strong as a healthy tree, and your branches are flourishing in abundance. So we'll do 3 more. There's 1. That's 2. We'll leave it there. Push the hands to the side. Another governor of chi. Back in emptiness stance. Again, we can reset. And we'll do a few minutes in another standing form. This is a basic hugger tree. Now bring your hands. Imagine you kind of just embracing that tree gently, keeping your fingers nice and soft. Close our eyes if you want to. And again, we're just setting out that commitment to be well rooted like a tree. Happy in our own existence. Not comparing ourselves to other people. Just being present in this moment. Not trying to change anything. Not trying to be anything different than what you are right now. What you are is absolutely perfect. And perhaps acknowledge there's part of you that's never changed, never altered. Take 3 more deep breaths. And we'll end this session just by dropping the hands and doing 3 nice big gatherings of chi. If you go into emptiness stance, and then relax, release. Thank you for joining this session. If you do have any questions, fire away, or I've got a YouTube channel that you can put questions on there as well too. Let me just get my glasses.
Ian, I had a comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much. I'm struck this time how simple and subtle these movements are, especially the one that you said helps release anger.
Yeah.
It was such a simple movement, yet I could feel something inside, a tension inside that I looked at earlier in inquiry that was angry. I could feel that soften just with that simple movement.
Yeah, it's just the movement is like working with them meridians, like I mentioned. They're all related to kind of the different meridians. It's a bit like acupuncture without the needles. It's the same infrastructure that acupuncture uses, and instead of sticking pins in at various points to do the activation, you're doing the movement. So it's the same theory as that. So yeah, these simple movements can release. Even when you think you're not angry, you think, "Oh, I'm okay at the minute," and then suddenly you find you find you do me so. Where did that come from? Which is all good though. So yeah, oh, it's yeah. So I always wonder how they discovered that. You know what I mean? That's what always all these years ago. You know, supposedly in ancient, less less sophisticated times, and yet they knew certain things, how the body works. And you know, I think we're only in the West now, slowly kind of catching up in that to that kind of thing. Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
And I did put your Gmail in the website, but in case somebody's listening on the radio, it's peacefulexperience@gmail.com to contact Ian.
Lovely. Thanks,
And then
Shauna.
you have a YouTube channel too, right?
I do have a YouTube channel under the same name. If you do a search on YouTube and look for Peaceful Experience or Qigong and Peaceful Experience, it will come up. There's all the, well, not all the lessons. There's a lot of the Awakening Together sessions on there. I'm gladly, some of the old ones, the quality wasn't really good, so I kind of removed. But there's about 50 odd free videos on there. Some shown from classes like this, and some just the one form. So there's quite a nice flavour of different forms, different examples of what. There's quite a lot of variation with Qigong, as with most things, you know. So yeah, have a look. And a comment, yeah, if you want to comment on that, that'd be great.
Awesome. Great. And you'll be back the first Sunday of June.
Yes, hopefully this. Yeah, I've had to change the last couple, haven't I? So it's normally the first Sunday in the month, but yeah, I'll be there.
June 2nd. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ian. I really appreciate you. And thank you everyone who stayed to share in this. And I'd like to invite everyone to come back at 5 o'clock for our Reverend Yolanda Mapes and Sounds of Awakening with her guest, Doreen Younglove. I will see you all at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you, Ian.
Thanks, Shauna. Thank you. Thanks for hosting.
You betcha. See you all later.